Hi, my name is Sarah Beakley-Mercill, and I'm your instructor for CIS103, Introduction to Social Media. I'm so excited that you're here. Welcome. If you're one of my returning students, I'm so glad that you're back. And if you're brand new, I'm super excited to get to know you and work with you this summer in the social media class. I love teaching this class. It's super current, it's very topical, and students always have a great time in it. It is very accelerated in that the course is only 5 weeks, so we are going to hit the ground running and we will not stop for the next 5 weeks. You're going to be exposed to a lot of really cool things in social media, and you're going to create a lot of really cool artifacts, some of which will be used in a portfolio by the end of the semester. What this video is here for is to give you a brief introduction to my course in Canvas, how I have it set up, and some of the areas I like to highlight and point out just so that it's a lot easier for you to get started and hit the ground running. So when you log into Canvas, you're going to land on what's called the home page. This area is the home page, and you will see a navigation menu over here on the left: home, announcements, syllabus, modules, grades. There's a direct link to the SCC library, and something brand new, you can now sync your Maricopa Google Drive account with Canvas so that any files you upload to your drive are easily submitted when in Canvas when you submit assignments. These links over here on the left is the main navigation for all of Canvas. So the dashboard is going to take you back to the main dashboard where you'll see any other courses that you're registered in. You have a link to the calendar, which is global. You'll see due dates across all your classes or how you have them set up. The inbox is the internal messaging tool for Canvas, which I do like to use. So I'm hoping that you don't have a number next to this in orange. Some of you like to ignore this area maybe, or you just don't notice it, but I will tell you straight off that I do email all of my students using the inbox or message you using the inbox. So if you ever see numbers pop up, you want to click on that and check it. All right, so when we land on the home page, this page at the very top, I have my course set up so that you will always see the 3 most recent announcements. I do like announcements. I use them heavily in all the classes I teach. It's a way I communicate with my students. I like to give them a heads up of material that's coming this week. I'll highlight different topics, I'll review past learning, I'll point out anything that's tricky to give you helps and hints or straight up this is how you do something, as well as a reminder of due dates. You can always access all the announcements by clicking on the announcements link in the main navigation menu. As you scroll down, these gray bars, these are what we call modules. So they may not say the word module, or maybe they do. Your teachers can name them however they want, but in Canvas, each of these gray areas is called a module. And so you'll see here all the modules, and you'll be able to see all of the modules when you log in, but I do have some of them locked down just because for teaching as long as I've taught, as well as I am currently a student, it's nice to just parse out small amounts of information to the students at a time. It's easier to digest, grasp, wrap your head around it, plan your life. If you work in chunks, it's always most successful. So I will be opening the module subsequently so that you can plan your life and definitely work ahead. And you'll definitely be able to see all the due dates here. I'll show you in a moment. Okay, because this class is super accelerated, you're going to see that some modules expand. There are multiple modules in 1 week. So you can see in week 2, there are 2 week 2 modules because we cover what's called module 2 and module 3 of the class, or these units of the course, these particular pieces of learning. So there's a lot of material that we cover in a short amount of time, but it's super fun, it's super current, and I just say dive in and have fun with it. And it won't seem like it's a lot. Okay. Because I've built my course in a linear fashion, the first time you log in, just go ahead and click on this welcome module to expand it. If your modules have already been expanded when you log in, which sometimes they are expanded by default, you can always just click on the name of the module or this little arrow to collapse it, or excuse me, to hide it. Yeah, collapse and hide it. Right, and so I would encourage you to keep everything hidden and then you expand it when you're working on it. Just makes it a lot easier and keeps the environment clean and neat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on the welcome module, and you'll see there's 4 different pages for you to go through. Every module, I want you to start on the first page and you're going to work your way through. So when you click on this first one, welcome to CIS 103, you're going to see my welcome video. If you are a returning student, this is brand new. I just created it using Adobe Spark. So check it out, and you're going to get use Adobe Spark this semester. It's one of the many tools you'll be exposed to. I love Adobe Spark. It's super easy to use. I am currently making the video. You are listening to the video that will be going right here where it says insert welcome video. So hopefully when you've logged in, this is where you're going to see the little box for the video. And then you're just going to go down and you're going to read through everything. I expect you guys to read through everything. When you get to the bottom of the page, you'll see there's a next button. And so you can just click it and go to the next page in the class. Okay, and so now there's information about me. Because this class is online, I will be holding office hours this summer. This is something new. I have a virtual classroom. Again, if you're a returning student, you're familiar with that. It's called the big blue button. The link here will take you to this classroom. It's not available right now, so you can't get to it because I'm not logged into it. But when I do have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can click this link and it'll take you right into that course. No problem. Or excuse me, right into that virtual classroom, no problem. You can call this number and it goes to my personal cell phone. I may or may not answer because the numbers are not recognized. You can leave a message, but the best way to get a hold of me is email. I'm super good about responding very quickly. I'm only teaching one class this summer, so I'll be online all the time and I will respond very, very quickly. And so you can continue to read more about me. Click next. This page shows some of the required technologies you need to use for this class that you will have to create accounts for, but none of them cost any money. And then the fourth page in this area is the Online Learning Essentials short course. So hopefully you have read my welcome letter at this point and you've learned a little bit about it. But this is a 1-hour course that you can take that orients you to online learning. It's really great, especially if you're new to online learning, you've never experienced online learning. If you've taken a class from me before or another class where you've already done this short course and you've earned the badge, all you have to do is send me a screenshot of the badge and I'll give you the extra credit points. You don't have to take it a second time. All right, so we're going to scroll to the bottom, we're going to click next, and that would take us to the next section, which is called First Steps. So I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to click on Home. That'll always take you back to the beginning, just so you can kind of see where we are in the order. So I went through everything under Welcome. I can collapse that. And then this next section is called First Steps. And there's a lot of different pieces of really important information here about academic services, some basic information about Canvas, how to communicate. This is common information that you will find in every Canvas course. It will always be there. It's always available to you. If you are taking a math class or you want to learn more about tutoring centers, you can find that information in here, right? We have free Microsoft Office for our students. We have technical help. Obviously, there's information from COVID and what happened with that. So you'll always have this information available to you. And it's easy to find. All right, and so then you want to jump into the meat of the course. And so week 0 is what we is happening before the class starts. I put this information out early. I'll open the class up a little bit early, and then there's some information, you know, all this information you want to go through. You want to go ahead and click on the first link, read the page. You can go ahead and complete the short course. You can read my syllabus overview, and then here are some quizzes that you can take in the first week. Okay, they're actually not due until the semester, or excuse me, until the course actually begins, but they are available to you early. And then that's what you're going to do. You can see you can open up week 1, and here's all the assignments for week 1. Okay, you can expand week 2. You can see there's a lot more information, but everything is grayed out because I don't have it unlocked yet. So I will unlock that later at the end of week 1, just so as material starts to open up, if those who want to work ahead can. Okay, other areas of the course you want to check out, definitely click on the syllabus link. I will have already sent you a syllabus when I open up the course, but if you misplaced it or you ever want a copy of it, you can click it right here. There's also a copy of my welcome letter. If you didn't know, anytime you see one of these little icons to the right, it means you can click it and preview the actual document, PowerPoint, Excel file, whatever it is, right here in the web page, and so you can just look for it there, right? You don't have to actually download it to your computer. Okay, if I click the minimize file preview, that'll just hide it. And then because I have all the material out and everything assigned, here is a schedule of work for the course. I have decided to make due dates on Wednesdays and Sundays in my course. If you've taken classes from me before, it used to be Wednesdays and could have been Tuesdays and Saturdays or Wednesdays and Saturdays, but I've shifted it around. I decided Wednesdays and Sundays. Currently, as a student myself, I do like having the whole weekend to work, so giving you guys one extra day on the weekend helps those of you who are working full-time or just need a little bit of extra time on the weekend. Okay, so you'll be able to click on that or review that and see what's coming due. So that's really nice on the syllabus link. I can't click on grades just because it won't open up anything. I'm in student mode, but this is where you're going to see what your grade is. And if you want to put in potential grades to kind of see how your grade changes, you can do that at any time. And then modules is the same as home. If I click on modules, it takes me back to the home page. It's the same thing. It just doesn't show it with the announcements at the top. Okay. And then over here on the right is your to-do list. Okay, so this is going to show you everything that's coming due. A lot of students always like to click on the links from here, which is fine, but I will tell you that the work that appears here doesn't always appear necessarily in the order I want you to complete it. It definitely appears by due date, but then it's alphabetical, which isn't always the way that I have things set up. So I definitely want you to work through the material in the order that I have it assigned here, right? So you're going to click the policy acknowledgments first, then do the syllabus quiz, and then the first steps quiz. Everything has instructions inside of it. Due dates are listed. You'll be able to see those. I do have a policy where I accept late work. Check that out in the syllabus. Sometimes you submit files. Sometimes you type things right into Canvas. It just depends. So just, always read everything. Every assignment I give has a grading rubric with it. So if I go ahead and click on week 1, okay, and I'll come down here to assignment Facebook like. So this is going to be your first kind of assignment, right? You're going to click on it. You can read it. This is what you're going to be doing. And then there's the grading rubric. Now, obviously, this rubric isn't too detailed. There's just you did it or you didn't do it for 10 points. But as you get further in the class, you'll see these rubrics can actually be a little bit longer, but they have a lot of information, and I do that so you as a student know exactly how you're being assessed, as well as you know what my expectations are for the best work, the highest points possible. So it's just super important that you read everything, and if you ever have any questions, I'm going to go back home, you can go to the inbox and send me a message, okay? And so that's the best way to get a hold of me, and then, and I'm here to help you, right? I'll help you through email, as well as in my office hours. So like I said, I do have office hours twice a week, but if you can't make this time, don't worry about it. Shoot me an email and I'll make an appointment with you. I'm pretty flexible. I am not really going anywhere for the summer, and even if I do, I can teach this class online. So hopefully this gave you a short, quick overview to my class. Hopefully you're feeling more comfortable and not worried or stressed out or overwhelmed. I definitely don't want that for any of my students. Yes, I know you're learning a new subject and there's a lot of information coming at you, and maybe you're worried, oh my gosh, this, all this work I have to do. Yeah, but you can do it as long as you plan for the time, right? And you organize and you try not to turn things in at the last minute. So that's all I have. Welcome to my class. I'm super excited to get to know you and get started and see all the amazing things you do with social media. Thank you.